Hello everyone and welcome to this week's reviews. Paramount Animation and Nickelodeon take us to a magical amusement park with all sorts of talking animals and wild rides. What imaginative adventures will the characters partake in? That's what we find out in Wonder Park. This is one of those animated films that seems to be constantly on the move. There are only a few moments where Wonder Park slows down to breathe, because most of the time it's rushing at top speed to get from one set piece to the next, and it's exhausting. The movie tries to add an emotional element early on to explain the lead character's current state, but I was never invested in what she was going through. The emotions did not feel all that earned to me because the movie was frequently rushing. The main setting of this amusement park did not strike me as particularly imaginative or magical, which is a shame, as the character designs are well done and the animation is quite good, although there were times when it was hard to appreciate. The theme park is not one that I found appealing, even in the opening, where it's depicted as this bustling land of escapism. The various talking animals did not make much of an impression either. John Oliver seemed to be enjoying himself as a porcupine, but I found it distracting to hear Mila Kunis's voice coming out of a warthog. The instant she started talking, all I could think was, oh, that's Mila Kunis. The jokes surprisingly did not land for me. I'm pretty sure I did not laugh or even chortle once. There's a running joke with a bear who constantly falls asleep, like Olive quickly, and I especially tired of the two gophers. This is a movie where I just wanted the characters to stop talking for a while, because it was getting to be too much. And whenever they do shut up, the movie launches into another high-energy action scene, and it was never a thrilling one. I see so much potential in this concept, but there was never a point in Wonder Park where I was invested in the characters or the story. And that's disappointing, because watching the credits, I recognize so many talented artists who worked on storyboards or character design. Although, curiously, there's no director credit. To quote Billy Crystal, did it just direct itself? In the end, I found Wonder Park to be a largely disappointing visit. Next up, two teenagers with cystic fibrosis fall in love in 5 feet apart. This is the kind of movie that definitely has its heart in the right place, as the filmmakers seek to provide awareness for cystic fibrosis. I think it's at its strongest when teaching us what this disorder is, and through the main protagonist Stella's video blogs, the film explains it in a way that feels natural. The two lead actors, Haley Lou Richardson and Cole Sprouse, also do a good job of playing Stella and Will. Yes, one is the obsessive smart girl, and the other is the rebel teen who does not like following the rules. But Richardson and Sprouse make them likable enough. However, the film cannot seem to escape the corniness and sappiness that can befall many teen romances. We're already sympathetic towards these two, so the extra attempts at sentiment are not all that necessary. Let's just say there are way too many slow-motion montages with some indie song playing in the background, and the dialogue is definitely of the cheesy variety. Without spoiling anything, where 5 feet apart goes in the third act is particularly frustrating, as I felt the leads did some things that were wildly out of character and only existed to create some sort of drama. The film also repeatedly pulls the will they won't they card, with Stella or Will frequently deciding not to see each other, and it gets tiring after a while. Overall, while I was underwhelmed by the movie as a whole, if it allows more young people to learn about cystic fibrosis, I do consider that a good thing. Thank you for watching this week's reviews, and I'll see you next time.